lovelies, welcome back to the channel. It is time for another chatty get ready with me because sometimes I just want to sit and have a little talk with you guys. So I'm hoping that everything is looking and sounding okay because I'm recording with a different camera today. Ignore my hair, it's gonna look stupid while this thing's holding it back. I think my biggest concern is right now, like looking out on the little screen, it looks very bright, like very, very bright, but I did do like a little test before this and it looked like pretty bright, and then I put up my laptop and it was actually like much darker on there, so I feel like the screen on this camera is maybe just kind of bright. So I'm hoping when I put this on the laptop it'll be the right color, but if not and I'm like brighter than the moon, you know why, and I will get used to the new setup eventually. So what I want to like sort of attempt to do today is because I want to take some stupid little pictures for like a little thing that I want to make for like a thing that you'll see eventually, basically. Because I want to do that, I want to see if I can kind of do two different looks today, but I want to see if I can do it without having to like do a full face of makeup and then take off the full face of makeup and then do another full face of makeup. I want to see if I can kind of transition between the two, if that makes sense. So that's what we're going to attempt today, a two-look chatty get ready with me. Another thing, it looks like it's fine right now, but another thing that I'm concerned about with this new camera is like whenever I was doing the test, it kept wanting to focus on Josephine instead of me. So then I was like out of focus, so I'm hoping that that doesn't happen again. But it does have a little thing at least to show me what it's focused on, so I just need to remember to keep checking on that to make sure it hasn't decided that Josephine is clearly more important to this channel than I am. God, I can be sitting here like, you know, doing the rest of my makeup and everything and it's fine, like I feel fine, and the second I sit down to actually record and talk, suddenly it's just way too warm and I don't know why. Gosh, so what all do I want to tell you guys? I actually did record a different chatty get ready with me the other day, but I ended up just not liking it, so I scrapped it. So we're trying again today. I do have like a little story time. I'm going to try and make it much shorter than I did the last time I told it and just sort of go through the basics, but I have like an amusing little story time for you guys. I think I'll go for something sort of monochrome today. So, like, these are like, ooh, honestly my two most used palettes. The Creepy Cute palette and the Divinity palette, both from, wait, they've changed their name. These still have the old name on it, which is Strobe Cosmetics, but I've forgotten what the new name is. But yeah, honestly, like these are like my most used. They're just so handy. This has a really great like just grey in it, just like straight up grey, so that tends to be my go-to for that. So, story time. God, when was it? I think like a little over a week ago as I'm recording this, but just recently, basically, not so long ago, I got a text from my mum. And, you know, we always love texts from mum, they're always fun. And it looked like whenever I first got it, I thought it was going to be one of those, like a screamer or something, because she sent me a video and the cover, whatever, like it hadn't loaded yet. I couldn't see like what the content of the video was. And she was like, hey, weird question, but this isn't your house, is it? With like, you know, like a little like concerned looking face, and like that is very, you know, prank video, screamer video kind of thing. Like I remember there was one going around Facebook years ago, it's like, oh my god, is it really you in this video? And then you clicked it and it's either like a scam or a screamer or something. So I thought that's what that was until the thumbnail or whatever loaded, and I looked and I was like, hold on a dang second. So I watched the video and it was in fact our house. It was a video that someone had taken like of our house, which of course immediately freaked me out because if she's asking, hey, this isn't your house, it obviously wouldn't be her recording it. So I was like, yes, that is my house. What is this? Why is someone recording our house? What is happening? And like, I couldn't think of a single logical reason, and it like really freaked me out. And then whenever I watched the video, I was kind of just even more confused because I could hear the person talking, and first thing I heard was them saying something about the lights. So if you guys watch Jake, like especially his streams and stuff, you'll probably know. If not, I'll just sum it up. He like changed around his streaming setup a little bit recently and he got like some new lights and stuff. So he has like these two lights that are like super bright and you can change them to like any color you want. So you can set it to like, you know, blue and pink or like green and purple, or you can just set it so the colors change or whatever. Something fun like that, just to make his stream backgrounds nicer and just to make the room cooler. So that is in place. That is a thing he has. So yeah, I hear this guy saying something or other about the lights. Like, oh look, you can see the lights coming out through there. Cause like the way it is, like there's a towel hung over his window because there's no curtains in that room, so there's just like a towel, the AC unit, and then, you know, you can kind of see the light going through the cracks in the towel out the window. So he was like, oh look, you can see the lights. And I was like, I thought he was maybe like complaining about the lights, and I was like, what's the issue with the lights? Like, does this man live on our street? Is he for some reason annoyed about you be able to see a little bit of like colored lights coming out of that room? Like, what's the problem? Then the next thing I heard him say was something along the lines of like, oh yeah, you know, they've got the extractor unit going there, you know, you can hear the noise of it. And like, you know, you can hear it, but it's not something that's really noisy. I don't know if an extractor unit and an AC are the same thing, or if they're not the same thing and he has gotten confused and thought our AC is an extractor unit, whatever that is. But yeah, he's like, oh, you can, you know, they've got the extractor unit there, you can hear the noise and stuff. And like, again, I was like, is he angry about the noise? But like, it's not like it makes a lot of noise. You can hear it if you're like walking past it, if you're like near it, but it's just like, you know, like a you know, as an AC would. So I was like, is he angry about that? Like, is that like small little noise really enough to bother him? And I was like, again, trying to figure out why this person was recording our house and what the problem was with the lights and the extractor unit. And then I heard something about like, oh, look, and you can see the edge of the tent there. And I'm like, what tent? There's no tent. Why would there be a tent in the room? Like, what are you, all you can see is the towel on the window frame. What are you talking about? No, I was still completely clueless. I imagine some of you out there have maybe twigged on to what was going on here. As I say, I did not. It took me a little while to figure out why this man was doing this and what he thought was going on. So for any of you who, like me, did not get it, for the sake of not saying any specific words that might upset YouTube, this dude thought that Jake and I were, well, not, you know, he didn't know us. He thought whoever lived in this house was growing a specific type of plant that you're not supposed to grow. Do you see the problem? Quite unfortunate that the lights in Jake's studio at that moment in time had been set to a blue color, which I guess must look similar to the lights used in the growing of that specific plant. But yeah, so basically this dude thought he'd found a house growing a whole bunch of naughty plants. So yeah, that is troubling. Jake has been banned from using blue lights anymore. I've told him, like, you can do whatever you want with these. You can have them flashing all different colors. You can set them to whatever color you want, but they are not to be blue anymore. I'm hoping there's no other color of light that can be mistaken for that. I still don't know what he thought the tent was, if it was just the edge of the towel he was seeing or the window frame. Don't know what the tent was. So now I've also instructed Jake that if he's not in the room and he doesn't need the AC to be on and the window to be covered, to please have it open so people can in fact see into the room and see that is not what's going on. But I am concerned, because if this one dude has thought that, then there's a good chance a whole bunch of people have passed by our house now and think that's happening in here, which, you know, isn't great, because I'm afraid of the police showing up at our door, which, you know, it wouldn't be the end of the world. It would just be a really awkward situation where we'd have to be like, yes, come in, let us explain the confusion that has happened. Or, you know, we're gonna have people turning up here thinking they can get some of that. I'm also just like afraid of like break-ins and stuff, like, you know, like some like teenagers or something thinking this is like that plant house and like breaking in here to get it or something, and they would not find it. But, you know, there's other stuff that could be stolen. So things like that have concerned me. But yeah, I would kind of hope that, like, if someone were doing that they wouldn't be so bloody stupid, for one. And then the other thing is that I didn't even think of, I think my mum pointed out, it was like, if that was what was happening, and if like this was a house that was growing and dealing in things like, you know, illegal things, walking down the street in broad daylight and recording it where everyone can see you recording it doesn't seem like a good idea. I don't know what it's like in other countries, but in Northern Ireland I think that's probably a good way to get your kneecaps bashed in if you know, look like you're about to expose people doing a profitable illegal thing. So not wise on this person's part. I still don't fully understand who took the video, by the way, and I understand even less how this video got to my mum. I know it was passed to her from a friend, and it was passed to that friend from a friend, but I still don't really know how it got from the source to those friends and how anyone along that chain knew it was our house to contact my mum about it. So that's still confusing. I still need answers on that, but that's a thing that happened. I am still trying to work myself into my little schedule. I mentioned that in the attic tour vlog that I did. As I'm recording this, that was only yesterday. So I can't really tell you how the whole schedule thing is going, because although by the time you see this, it'll probably have been a while since it all started. As I'm recording this, I only sort of mentioned that yesterday. So trying to figure out like my weaknesses when it comes to it and then how to tackle those. Procrastinating is definitely one so far that I'm seeing is going to be an issue. I'm really bad for that. So I'll think I have everything really well planned out for the day, and then it doesn't seem like I can fit everything in. The end of the day comes and I'm still not done doing the things I was supposed to do. And it's probably because I am very, very bad at time management, and like hours will pass me by in a blink of an eye and I won't even notice. But yeah, tempting to get into a routine. Mostly because, like, I mean, it's something I've wanted to do for years, and this is something I've attempted to do multiple times over the years, and it's never really stuck. I'm really hoping I can make it stick this time. But a big part of the reason is because, you know, there are big life changes coming soon, and I feel like being more organized and stuff will help with that. I think I've like briefly mentioned it on this channel before, but I know Jake's talked about it constantly since before I even agreed to it, so you already know. We are moving at some point. All the plans for that did kind of get ruined when coronavirus came along, because, you know, if you don't know, the general plan is to move to Barcelona. And as you can imagine, when coronavirus came in and Spain was one of the worst hit countries and everything shut down and flights stopped operating and everything, makes it difficult to do that. So yeah, the plan is still to move. It's just, it's harder to know exactly when and how things are going to go because it's still, you know, uncertain with the virus. So we're trying to figure that out. But you know, that's going to be a very big life change. So getting on top of things would make sense. I am like super stressed out about the move though, because Brexit and coronavirus have kind of aligned to make it as stressful and difficult as possible. Like if it was just one of those things, it wouldn't be so bad. Like if it was just Brexit, which, you know, officially goes through on the like 1st of January next year, if Brexit was the only problem, it'd be like, cool, so we just, you know, we move now and everything's fine. If coronavirus was the only problem, it'd be like, cool, we'll just wait until coronavirus goes away and then we'll move. But the problem is that's not an option, because if we don't move before Brexit, then it gets a whole lot harder, bordering on bloody impossible. Just realized the problem of trying to do a 2-look get ready with me is that is twice the amount of time of sitting here and talking crap to you guys, which means the video would probably be way too long. Still bloody waiting for Dying Light 2 to come out. I'm like still very excited for that game, but I think like the release got postponed or something. I mean, I guess it's better they do that than like, you know, release something that's unfinished and buggy, but I've been waiting for so long. I also lost my goddamn mind whenever I saw the trailer for Horizon Zero Dawn 2 whenever the PS5 was released. Not even like what's in the trailer, I can't even remember much about the trailer. It wasn't like the content of the trailer that made me lose my mind, it was just the fact that finally there is a solid confirmation that Horizon Zero Dawn 2 is coming. My god, I am so excited. I love that game so much. If you can hear like crazy rumbling, there's someone moving a whole bunch of bins around outside. I don't know why, but that's what that is. Horizon Zero Dawn 2, oh my god. Right, while the eyelash is gluing, let me do my lips. I might do like the same lip that I did the other day that, for one, I quite enjoyed, but everyone else seemed to like it as well, so. I think that is me done for look number 1, so I'm gonna go get ready, figure out what I need to do. I'll be back in a moment. And I'm back! Look 1 is complete. So, I have to go take my silly pictures. I need to maybe record a video with this look, and then I'll be back to do another one. And we're back! Okay, so got what I needed to do with this look done. Took some pictures, like half the ones that would have been the better ones were out of focus because the thing that I was trying to do to use this to take the pictures wasn't... It's a whole thing. I hate technology, I hate cameras, I hate it all, and yet this is my fucking life. So, I don't know how we progress from here, that is the question. Right, so the eyelashes are temporarily gonna have to come off because they're too big to try to work around. Love that. And yeah, so now we just gotta try to change this into a bit of a different look. I still have not bought a continuous setting spray. I keep meaning to, but like I'm so bad at the pump ones, I can never aim it. I really do need to get, like, because I know you guys recommended them. I know they're out there. I really need to get myself one that I can just so I actually get where I'm aiming for, because with the pump I can't do it. So yeah, let's see if I can sort of refresh my foundation a little bit first, because there was some fallout, some cracking, some general shiny oiliness, and then I'll see what we can do. Does not feel like this is working. We'll do a different lip. So for now, I will take off the one I'm wearing so I don't accidentally smudge it all over the place. I have like one wrinkle straight across my forehead here that I remember seeing for the first time when I was literally 13. Like, I've had this wrinkle for that long, and I swear to God it's from doing this, because I have to to get to where I'm going. Like, oh my god. There's been a few times where I'm like, oh, I should just get Botox so it doesn't keep getting deeper, but then I'm like, wait, if I got Botox there, then would I like not be able to do my makeup anymore? Also, people always get Botox and fillers confused. Fillers like fill in your wrinkles and like, you know, make it smoother. Botox doesn't. Botox is literally a toxin that paralyzes your face and stops it from making that movement so that you can't make the wrinkle worse, if you get me. So your face stays relaxed so the wrinkles don't keep getting re-wrinkled, if that makes sense. But people always think that Botox actually like fills in wrinkles. It doesn't. It just stops you from moving your face. I've actually never tried either, but I really want to try, like, you can get fillers for like under here, and oh my god, I want to try that so much because I've, like, again, I've had eye bags like my entire life. Apparently it can just be a genetic thing. I think one of my friends actually got the tear trough filler, as it's called, and I know, like, she said it made a big difference for her. So oh my god, I would love that, because like ever since I was like super young, that was something that I was like conscious of, was I had like these big baggies under my eyes. Like, I don't mind dark circles, that's fine. Like, for one, like, I don't really mind the look of dark circles. I don't really have them, but I actually think that they can be kind of cute on other people, and also, you know, it's easy to cover with makeup, but whenever it's like an actual little like puffy baggie, you can't hide it. But like, fillers are so expensive and they're not even permanent, so I'm like, maybe someday. Not that I'm saying you should feel self-conscious if you have bags under your eyes. It's not like, you know, I'm saying it's a bad thing. It's just something that like I have personally been self-conscious of that I don't really like on me. Again, something I see on other people and don't really mind it, but I just, on me, I just, ugh. It's getting dark as I'm recording this, so I'm gonna have to move my light in a minute, because usually I have the light on that side to combat the natural light from that side, but now it's getting uneven. Not super even, but I went overboard with the dots. Usually I like a lot of dots, but this is too many dots for this look and I don't love it, but it's fine. I'll keep rolling with it, because I'd rather have a few too many dots than completely redo my face. Not everything in life will go smoothly. Just gotta learn to roll with the punches. Fiddly. It's not really small enough. The eyelash is back on. I actually need to find a new brand of black lipstick for whenever the one I'm currently using runs out. Can anyone recommend a good black lipstick, like liquid black lipstick, that doesn't feel like gross on your lips, that stays on well, that is easy to get in the UK? The easy to get in the UK one is the catch. I know there are a bunch of like cool American brands that do good ones, but I need something that is like easily available, because I can't be asked with that carry on. So yeah, Joey recommendations down, because this one needs to be replaced when it runs out. I have tried the NYX one, like the black liquid suede. I think it's called Alien or something. It's alright, but I don't like that it never fully dries down. Okay, time to change into outfit number 2 and figure out what all's gonna go with that. You know, there's something I want to wear today. Whether or not I can for videos is the question, because I tried it on. I'll put a little picture of it right here. It's like a dress, like a very low cut, very open dress with like a bodysuit underneath it, and I love that look. But the problem is, not only even if I'm walking around standing up, does it sort of tend to slip, and then like you can just kind of see, like, you know, like my piercings through like the lacy bit on the edges, just about, not a lot, just enough that it would be noticeable, and it could be a problem since the world is crap and female nipples are scandalous. You know, so that's one thing. That's a mild issue, but it's not too bad, and it's almost a kind of cute look if it weren't for that, you know, problem that I mentioned. The bigger problem is I sit down to do videos, and when I sit down in this, because when you sit, your torso shrinks, and much like your skin, then the fabric of the bodysuit like crumples and it just pops right open, and it's no longer a little peak. It's everything is out. So I'm gonna see if I can like tape it down, see if that works, see if that allows, and then if not, I'm gonna have to find a different outfit. So I'll be back in a moment. And I'm back. Okay, so I actually decided against the outfit I mentioned altogether for today, because I am going to be recording again, doing my silly little photo thing again in a few days, and I actually have a look in mind that I think would be better for that particular outfit, so I just threw something on for now. So this is the finished version of this look. And that means it is also the end of the video. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope I can edit it down to be like not super, I mean, it's gonna be long. Let's face it, a lot of my videos are long, but I'm gonna try and make it so it's not like an hour long at least, hopefully. But I do hope you enjoyed spending this time with me either way, even if you were here for a million years. If you made it to the end, well done. So you guys know the drill. Please do leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Just tell me about your day. I don't mind. Just tell me something. I like to hear from you. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a little thumbs up. Always appreciate that. Always like to see that from you guys. If you're new here and you enjoyed this, consider subscribing. There are plenty of other videos for you to check out if you want to see what else there is first, but we would love to have you as part of the family. And finally, if you want to be like extra amazing, you could check out my Patreon. It's down in the description, and that would help me out a lot if you want to consider joining that. It is the best possible way to support this channel. My lovely patrons are the best people in the world. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. You are amazing. And thank you to anyone today who is going to go check it out for the first time. Link is down below. It is simply a website that lets you tip your favourite creators for the content that they make for you. Completely optional, so it's there. Alrighty, Roo, I'm gonna go. Got some more stuff to do tonight. Gonna keep powering through. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, lovelies.